All right, I'm back. You with us, Joe?
Yep.
Okay. Um, 2 seconds here. What's the timestamp on this?
So Shadow, the way that a Trotta works is when you deal damage to a player, you get to target one of their creatures, and you exile that with a counter on it that they deem a hit counter, and then a Trotta gets shuffled back into your library. And if you do that 2 more times, so you end up with 3 creatures in exile with a hit counter, then you win the game.
This pack is fairly high power. It's an easy, obvious pick for me, and I don't want to say it quite yet, but you say we're going to talk about a lot of this stuff in just a minute. We're going to talk about the full part of this draft. But what would you pick here?
Night Vale Predator, pass.
Yeah, 100%. There's not even a discussion to be had, unfortunately. There's lots of good cards here. Fresh Face Recruit, totally reasonable little Boros creature. It's what you want. First Striker, aggressive, nice. Artful Takedown, great removal. It stalls if you need it to. It kills a lot of stuff. It's an annoying combat trick. It's at instant speed. It's really good. Conclave Cavalier is one of the decent but not amazing Selesnya cards, but very hard to deal with, pain in the ass. Integrity Intervention, great little combat trick. Totally excited about that, to be running that in a Boros deck. It's Pump Spell or it's Removal that steals shit. And Atrata is a alright body. It's pretty good in sealed, not so good in limited, in draft rather. It's a little bit clunky. It does get removed a fair amount. It's a 3/5 body, can be a blocker, although again, it's a target for removal, so blocking with it often gets you like sure striked away or something. If you attack with it, it's like the next turn you deal 3 damage and remove a creature, which isn't always what you want. A lot of times the removal you want to happen now, especially if you're on the defense. But the Predator wins games. The Predator as itself fucking wins games, can't be interacted with. It's just an absolute pain in the ass and a monster on the field. So the bots got patched, Sui. So the bots are less bad. So but I'm on the Night Vale Predator train. It's just so hard to pack it, pass it, pick one, pass one.
Yeah, the Predator would still be really good if it didn't have hexproof, but the fact that it if it didn't have hexproof, you'd probably be on a Trotta because they would die at the same rate, and a Trotta has a bigger upside.
Yeah.
Being that it can be a removal spell, and the 5 toughness sometimes really helps. But the fact that you can't touch the Predator when it comes down, trades with everything, is just so.
Yep. I don't know if I'd take this if it was just flying Death Touch. Maybe, maybe not. I might be on an Artful Takedown plan then, but I'll take the Predator here and be really happy about it. Not really happy because I'd like to actually play a different deck with you. I think this deck is whatever. I'm speculating here. By the way, these cards always are on Arena. For whatever reason, these cards are always in the same pack. I'm on the League Guild Mage here. And I think that's going to be controversial because I think you would be on the Direct Current pick.
Um, Actually, I'm probably more on the Whisper Agent, going in the Demir route.
So you are so
But I would
certain
be.
we're playing Predator right now that you're like, there's not anything that could drag me away from Demir.
I don't. I am not as a fan of Direct Current, I think, as maybe I should be.
Hmm.
I think it's between League Guild Mage and Whisper Agent. I think the upside of League Guild Mage, being able to splash it in a Grixis deck, is probably good enough if you're playing Demir splashing red
Hmm.
or trying to splash the Predator. But I think Predator by itself is so powerful that trying to make sure that you're in the Demir colors is really fine. But the Guild
Sure.
Mage is really good.
Izit's my favorite color combination. I think Demir and Izit are the top 2 guilds in my opinion in this set. And League Guild Mage is just one of the best. I think it's the best Guild Mage. Maybe the Boros one being equal or better, but I think it's up there. I don't know if I'd splash it or not. Maybe we'll see what the meta base looks like. So here, the picks for me here are between Notion Rain and Electrostatic Field. I think. Maybe a nod to Child of Night or Dazzling Lights if you really want to go that route, but I think it's between those 2 for me.
I would like to pick up an Ocean Rain early.
Okay.
The thing about the Demir decks and even the Izzet decks, they need some sort of card draw,
Yeah.
and having one early just means you get to work on other stuff later.
Sounds good. Okay, looking through this list, this is pretty unexciting. We got the Fire Urchin as Izzet. We have the Izzet Locket to help us splash Guild Mage if we want to go that route. The Black Undercity Necrolesk is kind of a bad card in general, but if it is a card, it's a Golgari card. And you can play it in blue-black, but it's never exciting. For that mana, it's not a good blocker. It almost never trades up. And eating your own creatures as a blue-black control deck is not where you want to be unless you have a shit ton of rats or something. And Vapors is a decent sideboard card, but not exciting. I am on the Locket or Fire Urchin plan, personally.
Yeah, I'm not happy about either. However, if we're going to not play the Predator and go, is it maybe splash the Notion Rain? Fire Urchin, I think, is better than the Locket.
Okay. Would you play Is
Yeah,
It
keep.
Locket to help splash the Guild Mage in your Dimir deck?
I'd really rather not.
Yeah, me too.
I'd rather have a couple lands that splash it rather than
I don't
anything.
like this card, by the way, in Is It. I play it if I have to, but I don't like it.
Well, then you want to take the Vapors, like.
No, no, I'm not
It,
arguing for a different pick. I'm just pointing out that this
yeah.
card is a weak Is It card too.
Yeah, the only thing about it though is that it does stay. So is it can have a problem getting run over by Boros? Not very often, but it can. And
Yeah.
the Fire Urchin being 3 toughness does allow you to play a later game, which is it has to do.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we could be on the Urchin plane. Any nods, any backwards looks at the Necrolisk as just like a body in a black deck, in a black blue deck?
It's not a real card.
Okay. All right, Book Devourer, 100%. No, just kidding. So the payoff cards here in this pack are Rhizome Lurcher. We're pretty far from it, but maybe we can be Golgari splashing blue. I'd splash blue for Notion Rain and Nightveil Predator, and then we could put in red. We could just play a good stuff deck and get the Guild Mage in there. Ornery Goblins, really good in Is It, and Dazzling Light's okay in Is It, and good in Dimir, and Dimir Guildgate is Guildgate. What do you got?
I think that Dazzling Lights keeps us the most open. Goblin pushes us more to Is It. But I think you play Dazzling Lights in both Is It and Dimir. So I think I'm on that one. Even though it's a fairly lower powered card, you play it in both decks.
But that's funny because I'm with Sui on this one. So Dazzling Lights is playable, I guess, but I'm probably gonna replace it. I think if I were this a little bit later and I was strapped on playables, I'd buy that logic. But at this point, Ornery Goblin is a premium 2 in my opinion. So I'm a little bit closer to that than I am Dazzling Lights, but I think I might be towards the Guildgate above both of them. Because at the moment, I have powerful cards in both red with the Guild Mage that I wouldn't mind splashing, and powerful cards in blue-black with Notion Rain and Nightveil Predator. And I would like to either consistently hit Nightveil Predator, which would be nice, and still be able to run some red sources, or alternatively run an Is It deck and maybe be able to splash Notion Range of Predator.
Yeah, I mean it's the same argument as the Dazzling Lights, right? It's you're gonna play that in either deck as well.
Yes.
But that one helps you play the spells that you're going to be playing in those. So yeah, Guildgate's totally.
So between those then, Dazzling Light, Guildgate, Goblin, you're on either the Dazzling Lights or Guildgate push. What would you do if you were forced to make the choice between them?
I going with the logic of the cards you already have being very good. I think the Guildgate is where I'd be. It's fine.
Okay, let's do that. All right, another Necrolisk, another Lurcher, Wall of Mist, second Fire Urchin. Very unexciting pack.
Yep.
Our blue is dried right up too.
We can try for a Lurcher.
Yeah, I'm not very excited about the second Urchin.
No, I'm not either.
Okay, we're speculating. We got good stuff. Good stuff. Let's do good stuff. We are Guildgate number 2. Enhanced Surveillance is garbage. Torch Carrier is garbage. Fresh Face Recruit is playable, but not particularly exciting. Positive Reflection, Portcullis Find, Is It Locket, Boros Locket, and Shieldmate are garbage. So, Guildgate or Fresh Face Recruit? Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's Guildgate.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Our mana base is gonna be amazing.
The rest is going to be disgustingly awesome. All right, circuitous route or never happened. Or maximize altitude. I'll play maximize altitude in an Is It deck, but we're not looking very Is It-y right now. Are we on the?
Well, if we play 5-color good stuff, it's gonna be Root for sure.
Let's do it.
All right.
I've never done a 5-color deck in Ravnica.
Okay.
Because it never works. All right,
It's
so
not gonna to, but
here's
it's
our
fine.
sweet curve. Pass Wall Adept, totally reasonable. Not great. Sometimes wins you games, surprisingly. It only ever seemed to work for that one guy in the shop who always fucking won games with it, and I don't know why. Wisconsin Crab, not very exciting. Locksmith, not very exciting. Sonic Assault, okay, but this is a very Is It-y card. It's not particularly great otherwise. So maybe the Dissident? If we're going to have green as one of our base colors, which seems to be fairly open, this is a fairly decent card. This is pretty late. We've seen a couple of Lurchers go our way. Do we grab a Dissident, try to play green base, and splash the other colors?
Green base, yes, but it's actually the Recluse. For the reason that your 5-color mana decks have to live longer because you're playing powerful other stuff. So you need the Recluse as a blocker that doesn't let you die right away.
I'm not sure the Recluse is a playable card.
I think you need to protect yourself from being killed by the Boros decks,
Which
where the
does
one
Recluse do
four
that?
with it's a 1/4 reach. It blocks everything.
Yeah, blocks all their mentoring tutus. I okay,
It
sure. All right, I'll crash through this. That's funny because I would if I was gonna even going for I like the logic. The logic makes sense. You need to survive to the late game. This card will get you to the late game, maybe. But I really super unexcited by that card. I've seen it. I've occasionally seen it perform well, but it always underperforms for me. Whereas this card is the opposite. This card tends to overperform for me. Happy to trade it. Happy to build graveyards. Happy to get it in the mid game where I have mana to sink into it and it trades up. I can see an argument where we're sitting mana screwed and we need something to do with their mana. This card lets me do that. I'm happy to trade off against early Boros, and it actually does trade most of the time. But I'll take the Recluse. Do you want Recluse? We'll do it. Recluse?
Yeah, I think I think
Okay.
the game plan changes, and it just makes things a little bit different.
We don't have any white cards yet, but we could stay open to white by taking the Guildgate.
I was hoping to play 4-color and not play white.
Is that the Worm or the Is It Locket? The other cards aren't real cards, so what do you want?
I think this deck needs to play a Locket or two, and if we're gonna try to stay away from white, fixing for red.
Okay. I'm
I
on the
don't
Is
know.
It Locket one.
I have also never played. I've never played the 5-color deck either, so this is new territory.
Dazzling Lights, Sure Strike, Crushing Canopy, and Crawl Foragers are all here, as well as a Guild Summit. This has more value the more greedy we get. You want to draw cards? You want to tap
No,
your land
but
to cast like a 7 mana cost draw
no,
card? Because I
that
fucking hate
card's
that card.
terrible. No, I think it's It's either Foragers or Canopy.
Yeah. It's probably Foragers.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Like the problem with Summit is that you have to tap lands to cast it, and then tap gates.
Yeah.
And then play more gates that don't do anything because the anti-battlefield tapped.
No. Ceratok, bad. Moonmark Painter, very bad. Vapors, good in pairs. And Candlelight
I
Vigil.
think I think you take Vapors for the sideboard
Yeah.
if you need to for stabilize.
Garrison Sergeant seems to be right where we want to be. We're going to have a lot of gates. 3/3 body is a 5 mana cost is extremely impressive. We don't have white yet, but I think we're going that route. So, I mean, what do you want from these? Devourer?
Yep, we're gonna play the Devourer. We're gonna play all the super
Vine.
high costed whatevers.
Too bad we can't
Vine's
sacrifice
fine.
the spider to the Vine. That would make this card better. Vine again. All right. Oh, it's definitely Unmoored Ego. All right, so we got okay. Let's do before we look at this pick. Let's take a look at the deck so far. At the moment, we have 3 red cards, one of which I want to play. We have green cards, none of which I want to play. We have Nightveil Predator, which I do want to play. Rhizome Lurcher, which I want to play. Notion Rain, which I want to play. And League Guildmage, which I want to play. Still. Every other card we picked after those 4, I don't want to have in my deck, ideally. So we're on an interesting start here. A lot of power. And by power, I mean Book Devourer. So I don't know quite what we're doing in this deck yet. So, all right. Highest power card on this page. Mystic with Synergies. Indrik alone. Golgari Fine Broker if I can't pick the other 2. Cards I want in our deck. Unmoored Ego, because it's the greatest sideboard card ever. Is it Guildgate would be nice. And I'd play a Gorgon. What do you want?
I think it's Indrik.
Yep. I think so too.
I would like this deck to be able to play the Mystic and have that be a win condition with the 4 colors, but
Turn 4 Murmuring Mystic, turn 5 Circuitous Route. Combo.
yeah, I think that's too tough, and I think the Indrik gives you immediate value.
Yep. And if we're base green, ooh, Price of Fame's a nice pickup.
Yeah.
Better than Watcher, I think, for our mana base right now. We're looking black-green core.
Yeah, as much as I would like to play the Watcher with like the Golgari Guildgate and stuff, I think it's gonna be Price of Fame.
Yep. Can't pass a hard removal of that. Ooh. More value? Thought Erasure? Piston Fist Cyclops. You can play this with blue or red mana. I mean, this is a blocker. Keeps you alive. We could sacrifice it to Portcullis Vine.
We're totally gonna draw a card off our Cyclops.
True Fire Captain. We don't have white yet, but this could be the card we were looking for to really fill out the 4-color theme. We're not aggro, so it's not quite as good. But I think oh, there's a Golgari Guildgate. I think it probably is Guildgate.
I'm either on Guildgate or Thought Erasure, but I think we need the green fixing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Guildgate. We're gonna have our mana fixing, and then we're just gonna go ham and pack 3.
Legion Guildmage. So good. We don't have white yet.
I think it's Watcher.
I knew you were going to say that. Like, I mean, that makes sense. It's our flying.
What? That's not wrong.
But this card is fun. This card is
What we?
not fun.
Okay, are we gonna splash white now too?
No, I mean, yeah. Look, we can play Legion Guildmage
No.
on 2.
Okay, this is 4 color stuff. Next draft will be 5 colors.
All right. All right. We'll add alcohol soon, too. That will make it more fun. All right, Watcher. You know what? I mean, Luminous Bonds is
Yeah.
a fair pick here, too.
No, it's Watcher.
Right.
We need some of the Utopia whatevers.
Sphinx.
Yeah, Sphinx is good. No, we need the Utopia for the mana fixing. No,
Maybe it will wheel.
It's Sphinx.
We need some early 2 and 3 drops, too, by the way. Because this is our curve right now. We got one creature on 2, 1 creature on 3, bunch of creatures on 6. We'll get a Fire Urchin in the colors we're not playing. So,
Well, we can take the 2 mana, the 2/2.
what do you take here? Would you take the Dissident, the Centipede, the Beetle, or the Phantasm? I think we're splashing blue.
Oh no! Should we take Dowser?
Dowser. No.
It's a 4 or 5.
No, we're not taking Dowser.
It never dies.
We're not taking Dowser here. We need early drops. We're midway through pack 2 and we have no curve.
It's the 2/2.
You want Beetle or Dissident?
Dissident.
All right. Okay, Capture Sphere seems reasonable. Stray is good.
Cat. Well, actually, no. It's either. Well, oh man.
I know.
I think it's Capture Sphere.
Is it? We have no other removal right now. Well, we have Price of Fame. So
Yeah,
far,
we
the Guild
have
Mage.
two-
I don't think we're playing red right now. By the way, I think we're blue. I think we're Salte. Because Book Devour is not good enough splash for. We're not splashing for a Fire Urchin and a Guild Mage with no spells.
Yeah.
So right now, and that doesn't have to come in then. So we're this right now.
It's either Sphere, Radical Idea, or Stray, but I think it's Sphere. We just needed more removal.
I hate Capture Sphere. It doesn't synergize with anything that anyone ever wants to do, and your opponent always has a way to sacrifice and get value out of it. I hate the fucking card. I think it's probably better in a Stray. As a Stray. Do I what?
We can take Radical Idea.
No, I think we're taking it.
You want the Stray?
But I just hate this card.
You want the Sphere? Okay.
I don't want the Sphere. But I will pick it here. All right. Crushing Canopy, Guild Summit. It's time. It's time to believe, to embrace the heart of the cards.
So the problem is now like Village Shade would have been okay, but now that we're Sultai, it's not even that great.
It's never that great. Canopy, Summit, Shade. Anyways, we need 3 drops. Canopy. Okay. All right. Is it Guildgate? We can be on the back to splashing the super high powered Guild Mage. I can splash him to draw cards. We have Guildgates.
I'm okay with that. It's either that or Disappearance. Disappearance is very good though.
Yeah, it's very good with synergies, surveil synergies of which we have none. I think it's moderate without surveil synergies.
I'm willing to take the Guild Gate.
Okay.
Put that Book Devourer and that Guild Mage back in.
Maybe. Never happened. Leapfrog. Join shield. Splash for white. Pause for reflection. Fog. It's fog. I'm on the. Do we need the leapfrog? It is a flyer. I have no spells to activate it. It takes blue mana sources.
Yeah, I think it's never happened. Sadly.
Not sadly. It's happened. This card's amusing.
It's fine.
Okay, taking Fire Urchin out. Guild Mage goes back over. Is it Locket? Back in the running. Book Devourer. All right, Cyclops, Shade, Crab.
Cyclops.
We're nowhere near casting that. We're splashing blue and splashing red.
Yeah, we just need blue and red. It's fine.
Do we just sometimes Cosmotronic wave them out of nowhere?
Well, so when we cast our Vapors and Cosmotronic Wave, we kill all of their 2 toughness.
Yeah, and we cast Cosmotronic Wave first, get in for damage, then kill all their creatures with Vapors. It's like
Correct.
It's like the upgrade of what the guy did to us last game. All right, so we're on the same page. We're getting at. You want Moonmark Painter?
I don't believe that card exists.
Yeah, I'm also of that mindset. All right, Urban Utopia.
Yes.
Sold. Devious Cover Up. I'm playing that over Mesmerist. We're never playing Mesmerist in this deck.
Sure.
Done. Yes.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
Spider.
Oh, We got excited about different things. You're on Spider?
What are you? What do you want to take
I
the
see
Guild
a
Mage?
Hypothesisal.
No.
I love this card. It's much better in Is It than anything else. To be fair, this card is only good with jumpstart cards, and we have no jump card cards. So this has no synergy
I
with our deck whatsoever. So you're on the Spider plan.
So here's the thing: when you play the 4 or 5 color the 4 or 5 color decks, you need raw power, and the Spider is just raw power.
It's something. You ever seen me draw 7 lands when I have cards to play? Because I don't think I've ever had the combination of having both 7 lands and cards to play. I get either this card or 7 lands, but not both.
I still think you want the raw power.
All right, I've never played a Spider. Ionize, Direct Current, Deadly Visit, Deadly Visit.
Deadly Visit, yeah.
Okay, it's raw power. District Guide seems pretty fucking good here. It's a Rise on Ledger too, though. We need Curve.
I think it's District Guide. We have to be able to fix our mana.
Yeah.
The fact that it gets a gate, I think, is why you play that.
Jesus, one of my viewers just said he had a Sultai deck with 3 Hatchery Spiders last week. He cast a Spider and got another Spider with it. It's fucking amazing. I want the Lurcher, but I'm going to take the District Guide. All right. Inescapable Blaze! Yes! We're there.
Are we gonna have 2 red sources to be able to play it?
No. Speaking Bolt or Siege Worm here. Do we need another big fat dude? Probably not. Do we need removal? Yes. Do we have enough instants and sorceries? Probably not. So what do we play? Okay, this is a trimming moment. We're at 29. We need to trim. We don't want to run Vines if we can avoid it, although the drawing is not terrible. We don't want to run... We might run Crush the Canopy main deck. We'll see. Don't want to run Is It Lock It if we can. I'm very not optimistic about casting Cyclops, so maybe. I think our blue-red sources are going to be the same. Probably not running Devious Cover Up right now. Predators, Rhizome Lurcher, Watchers, Deadly Visit, Foragers, Sphinxes. We're not running Book Devourer with that heavy of an end already. Indrik, Hatchery Spider, Mere Guild Gate. This is probably what we're at. We're looking at 4 Guild Gates, so we're at 19 playables right now. So, and our curve is pretty shit. 2 2s, 2 3s. Our spell count is 1 with the Radical Idea, 2 with Notion Rain, 3, 4 with Price of Fame and Route, 5 with Deadly Visit. It's pretty low.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna hit double red.
So
I think Beacon Bolt doesn't. Yeah, I don't think Beacon. Well, it's either the Worm or the Guild Gate. Having 2 Golgari Guild Gates and 2 Dimir Guild Gates really fixes a lot of the mana.
Okay.
But I think having 1 more finisher is also good. And we can also
we can always bring back Book Devourer. He's still in there if we want him.
Yeah, but Siege Worm you get to cast by playing your other creatures.
What other creatures?
I don't know. How many creatures do we have? Like
5?
7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 creatures, and we have like 4 things that require creature synergies. We have the Rhizome Lurcher, the Hatchery Spider, the Crawl Foragers. We don't actually have any creatures to feed it right now. It's a tough pick. Think I could get behind the Siege Worm, but if I look at right now, so we're at 19 playables. What I actually want to do is throw in like 2 cats and 2 burglar rats or something would be ideal for this. In which case, I'm probably not going to be able to play the Worm anyways. So maybe I go for the Guild Gate speculating on a higher power deck. Right now, I feel like the Worm is fairly replaceable by the Book Devourer if I have to get that in.
Yeah, it was a 4 or 5 trample. It's still fine.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Guild Gate. Grappling Sundew, fine. Hitchclaw, Recluse, you like. Nightveil Sprite's quite good, but it's very hard for us to play. We have no Surveil payoffs, so probably not good enough. Dowser's decent, but we don't need another big dude. We need a early dude. So Sundew, I guess, for me.
I actually think it's a Sprite.
No, what?
What? Yeah. Wait, what's the Sun? I've never actually looked at
this. It's a 0/4 defender with reach. For 5, it becomes indestructible.
That card's terrible. We're not gonna play the 0/3.
We might play the 0/3s. We need to build graveyard. We need early game.
Draw a bunch of cards.
Are possible. Yeah, why not? I thought that's what you need to do in a game in a deck like this. Slow the early game down and draw cards. It's like a Hitchclaw Recluse, except it does something. You can kill it to draw cards, unlike the fucking Spider.
Yeah, that's fine. We can play it.
You want second Spider, or you want Sprite?
No, well, so if we're gonna play something with reach. If we're gonna try to do the synergies, the defender synergies,
We're not
then we play
necessarily
the
going to try
zero.
that. I mean, that has this the benefit of the portcullis vine is the synergies with building our graveyard and early game stuff, which we might be forced to do because if we don't get 2s and 3s here, we're going to be pretty fucked.
Yes, I also think though that we're gonna play enough blue sources to be able to cast the sprite fairly consistently on turn 2, and that
Jesus.
can also fill our graveyard
Okay.
and allow us to hit. I don't know. The sprite is so good.
All right, Sprite. We're on the Sprite plan. The good stuff. All right. Demir Gilgate. Muse Drake. Fog.
I don't. Do we want to play another 4?
No.
Then
Kidding
it's
me?
the Gilgate.
Okay. All right. Generous Stray!
Hey,
Yes!
there's the cat.
Oh, or is it Gilgate? I'm still taking the cat. We need the cat. We need the cat so
Yeah.
bad. Guildmage at this stage.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to clone with it? Oh, we can only the only spell in our deck we can clone is Price of Fame and Radical Idea and Crusher Canopy
We have Notion Rain.
and Notion Rain. It's just a draw engine, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm playing
which
that.
is that's what this deck wants. It wants the raw power.
Recluse, third portcullis vine. I think they're better in groups.
Don't you want the unexplained disappearance as an option?
Yeah, I was getting there. I was going across the line.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Veiled Shade and Unexplained Disappearance, also considerations. We're at 6 gates right now. We could have had 2 guild summits in this deck. So we're at 22 playables right now. This could be a 23rd.
I think it's unexplained disappearance. Even if it goes to the sideboard, it's a really good if somebody plays like a bunch of enchantments or something.
Okay. Spider. Got a Devious cover up in the sideboard already. These red cards aren't things we're playing. We're not playing a Slesley and a Locket, so I'm on the Recluse play. Okay. Dissident is a nice payoff here, as is another Guildgate, but I think I'm a pretty easy Dissident.
Yeah, the Guildgate
nice.
allows. Well, it's the Guildgate though. We get to actually cast our guild mages.
Yeah, fuck. And if we cast our guild mages, we don't have to cast Dissidents. We can just chump block with guild mages, which is why we put them in there, right?
I think it's a Guildgate.
All right. I mean, we just are never gonna. Let's never play against Boros with this deck. Agreed.
This deck is so bad.
Yes. Devious cover up.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's cover up. In the mirror.
You wheeled. Oh,
okay.
God. All right. Not even bad. All right. Let's add the key cards to this deck that we accidentally removed. And get one of those in there. A couple of these in here. Game, would you please let me actually utilize my space, please? No. Pretty please. Okay. And yeah, Vapor Wave combo's got to get in there for sure. Do we want to play the Piston Fist? I mean, if we're casting Vapors in waves, we could attack with the Piston Fist. All right. So okay, so let's do some serious trimming here. Are we playing red? Not for wave.
Yes. Yes. I think the guild mages are. It's free-ish with the guild gates and the district.
Okay. So we have Hatchery Spider, Vigor Spore Worm, Crawl Foragers, and Rhizome Lurcher, all with graveyard synergies. Are we on the Defender fill the graveyard plan? I guess we can do card count right now. So card count's 47. Yeah. We need 7 cards out. Do we need Security's Route? Yeah, we do.
I think you have to play the Circuitous Route. Don't you take out the Ceratops?
Ceratops is fine by me. Creature count currently is 19. Stray, I don't know about double spiders here. I'm pretty anti-spider.
No, you're not playing 2 spiders for sure. Maybe not. Well, if we're gonna go the defender route, then you take out both spiders.
Well,
because one of them has reach
route or not.
I'm not a huge fan of 0 power defenders.
15 creatures remaining. Most of whom we don't want to put in the graveyard. We don't want to put sprites in the graveyard. We don't really want to put guild mages in the graveyard. Yeah, Yeah. Okay. If we do that, we're down to 2 more cards out. Let's find our other 2 cards, but I'm not 100% sure about giving up on the defenders quite yet. So we'll see.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, if we play the defenders, then the recluse comes out anyways, and I think crushing can be sideboard.
yeah. Vapors sideboard. We were just fucking around with that one.
Yep.
So our deck would be, if we cut the defenders, the deck is ready. It would end up with 15 creatures, which is a little low on the graveyard synergy count. Our mana base is going to make us cry. It's not actually going to matter because we're never going to draw 3 lands, so it's not going to be a matter of what colors there are. We have a late game. We've got a plan. We've got a mid game. Got a plan. We've got a little tiny bit of removal. Little baby amounts of removal. No severed strands. No prey upons. 1 prize of fame. 1 capture sphere. 1 deadly visit. It's okay. If we aren't on the defender plan, what are we cutting? Spider and what else? Sprite.
Yeah.
Radical idea.
I think it's either unexplained disappearance or radical idea, but I think you want the interaction. So you have the notion rain, and you have the surveil, so you probably cut the radical idea.
Hmm.
You could
We could go down to 13 lands.
I mean, I've heard that's a thing.
All right. So you're on to cut these, huh? What do we do early game? So this is not a blocker. This is the only card we're happy blocking with before turn 3. This is not a blocker. This will block, kind of. This will chump block and die and do nothing. And this will block and do nothing. So what are we doing until turn 4? We can't play Rhizome Lurchers. It says Rhizome Lurcher needs cards in the graveyard. And we don't have any blockers to put in the graveyard. So this is not really a 4-drop. This comes to like a 6-drop. Predator we want to play on 4, but we're never going to have mana. Call it a 5-drop. We have no other drops on 4. So our early game is sit back, play Guild Gates, get absolutely fucking molested in the early game, and then hope we draw big shit fast enough with no creatures in the graveyard?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's one way to design a deck.
No, I think the defenders are fine. I've never been a fan of that sort of plan, but
I don't like
if
it
we're
either.
trying
For the same reason I don't like Spider, because Boros just goes, oh, ha ha ha, your little pretty walls over there. Let me mentor all my creatures and shit on you.
Well, if we play the vines, though, if we play the defender plan, we can cut the radical idea because we can draw more cards off of the defenders.
Okay. So this would be, all right. So let me just find where we're putting this. I guess I can reapply those over there. So if we need 3 cards out, it would be this plus the Hitchclaw Recluse. We don't have to play Grappling Sundew. It's just a nice early game blocker. We need 1 more card after this.
Yeah, the only problem with playing the Cyclops chat is that it's blue, double blue, or blue-red, and that's much more difficult to cast than anything else.
Yeah, I would love a Cyclops in here, but I don't know if we're going to ever be able to cast it. I mean, the other thing is our blue and red sources are shared. Some of them. We have 2 Izzet Guild Gates, so it makes it a little bit harder. If we now, you can't count that double for this, so it's harder to cast still. Cut Worm?
So on our top end, there's either like Foragers or Indrik. Or Worm.
It would be Worm if I had to pick out of those. The Indrik and the Foragers might keep us alive once or twice, and Indrik is too much value and also tempo. So it'd be Worm if I had to cut.
I think I would cut Worm.
Okay.
Because I think our other finishers are fine.
So then the options are these. Just drag them over if I can. Come on, get over there. All right, where did the last one go? Here. So which of these packages would you like to remove? I mean, we don't have to. We could, for example, play Hitchclaw Recluse over Grappling Sundew. I don't really care about the Defender synergy. It does the same fucking thing. So I don't really care which of these we cut.
Yeah, but Sundew lets you play it on like turn 3 and play a tap land if you have to, because that's going to be part of our problem.
It's going to be a lot of our problem.
Yes, I am okay with the vines and the Sundew though package.
Okay, so we're cutting these. So it looks like this, and we're calling this a Joe Special, or should we just call it Special Joe?
Special Joe is fine.
Special Joe? All right. What do you... I don't know if Vapor should be the card we're looking at. What do you think the key card of this deck is? The most pivotal card?
Well, it's going to be Circuitous Route. If we're going to win, casting that card is going to be
Our path
key.
to victory is going to look exactly like this picture.
Yeah, we're gonna get lost in it and probably die in a maze of forest.
That's fine. All right. This one is called Special Joe.
Yep.
All right. Well, we draft the best decks together. It's pretty clear. All right. Let's host our mana base. What would you like, mana base wise? Look at all the different types of mana. It's exciting. The game wants us to run 3 islands, 3 swamps, 3 forests, a mountain, and a shit ton of guild gates. We need more green mana than this. So I'm just going to strip this mana base out, and we can just work on it from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need green in the early game with a little bit of blue. Black is actually, surprisingly, we're like Simic splashing black and red. If you look at our black cards, it's Price of Fame, Deadly Visit, Nightveil Predator. That's it for black. And Rise on
and
Ledger.
Notion Rain.
Yeah, okay, there's 5. So we have 5 black cards. We have more blue cards than black cards. We have 2 red cards.
I think you play 1 swamp. Because that's 6 black sources.
Yep.
Well, because you got to remember you have District Guide and Circuitous Route.
Yep.
I mean,
And
those
Utopia.
are... Yeah.
Yep.
So that's actually
a million.
6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. That's 9 swamp black sources.
Yep, I think that's fine. This is 5, so 6, 7, 8. All right, now with no islands in, we're at 8 islands.
I don't think you play Mountain, do you? Because you have the Utopia
No, I
and the
don't play
2 guild
fucking
gates
Mountain.
for.
I'm not touching mountains.
Yeah.
I'm putting like a million forests in.
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe that with like 2 islands. So this is 3, 5, 7, 10 sources of blue. What do we say? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 sources of black, 5 sources of red, and green is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we have to start there. We have to start with green. Maybe even 1 less island, 1 more forest.
Yeah, I think 1 less island, 1 more forest.
So we're on, that's 10, 11, 12, 13 sources of green. And yeah, I think that's how we want to do it, because we want to fix for other colors and play primary green. Okay. All right, what's your prediction for this deck?
I predict that we'll be drafting in approximately 20 more minutes.
20 minutes? All right, so you're on a 0 and 1, huh? A 0 and 2?
Yep.
You're at 0-1 dropout. Get it? No,
0-2.
0-2. Okay.
I definitely will be willing to play 2 rounds with this mess.
I think it's a 1-2 because we get a bye in the first round.
That is my MO.
Yeah. Okay. Lose to Boros twice. Yeah, I think it's going to be matchup dependent. If we play a fast deck, we're dead. If we play a card, so if we play Boros, we're dead. If we play Dimir, we're dead. If we play Golgari and they have a slow, I think we're fine. Selesnya, I think we're fine. And what is the color combination? Is it? I think we can do okay versus Is it. So I think it's really going to be really matchup dependent. I'm optimistic. I think we can go to 3.
The funny thing is, I don't really know if we had that many other choices. That draft was...
We could have forced the shit out of Dimir after picking the Nightveil Predator, but I also was not very excited by that prospect. I don't believe in forcing drafts. I think you're going to set yourself up for failure doing that. And B, I like the idea. I like good stuff decks. I loved Dominaria because Dominaria is all about good stuff. We can win with this deck. I think we can do it. We can do 3. Let's do 3.
This is so fun. Look at this deck.
Deck is great. All right.